If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you.
The one thing that I respect about Your Excellency and Turkey is he wants to make the best fights. That's basically it. And a lot of fighters, they outprice themselves, therefore the fans lose, and we can't watch those fights. But now Turkey's coming in, paying money, but he's not paying absurd amounts of monies that fighters are not, worth. He's being reasonable. He's paying premiums, but perfect example is Canelo wanting $200 million to fight against Crawford. In other words, that means he doesn't want to fight. That's basically it. So I just feel that Turkey is a breath of fresh air. He's making the fights that people want to see, and we're
Toy Alec has surprisingly severed any potential future work relationships with boxing icon Canelo Alvarez. The rift came to a head when Alvarez dismissed the idea of collaborating on any terms other than his own, prompting Alec to confront him. The incident took place during a press conference in Beverly Hills, where Alvarez was promoting his upcoming fight with Edgar Long on September 14th. When questioned about Toy Alec's potential offer to fight Terence Crawford, Alvarez expressed his disapproval of Alec's approach.
Look, I'm focused 100% on my fight, and I don't really care about it. They called me yesterday. They text me yesterday if is it possible to talk about the Crawford fight for February or meet to yesterday here in Los Angeles with that today, because I say I'm not ready to talk about other fights, and I don't really asking for anything. I'm good.
Canelo Alvarez cited the difference in weight classes as the reason for not wanting to fight Terence Crawford. However, the Mexican star had previously mentioned he would consider the fight for $150 million.
Fight hype. I just want to ask you, what do you think about Terence Crawford? What do we think about Terence Crawford's performance, and do you want to get a fight with him?
If the money is right, I mean,
$100 million. I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
Toy Alec, a prominent figure in the boxing world backed by significant funding from the Saudi crown, has recently cut ties with boxing legend Canelo Alvarez, marking a significant turn in the sports business dynamics. The rift was sparked by Alvarez's insistence on only working on his terms, which led to a heated exchange at a press conference in Beverly Hills. This event, which was meant to promote Alvarez's upcoming fight with Edgar Long on September 14th, quickly turned into a platform for airing grievances. The core of the conflict centers around the potential mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Toy Alec had proposed this fight to Alvarez during the match of Crawford's recent bout. However, Canelo's response was less than enthusiastic. While he had previously entertained the idea of fighting Crawford for a substantial $150 million, his recent stance indicated a lack of serious interest, attributing his reluctance to the difference in weight classes. In a move that underscored his frustration, Alec took to social media to update his followers on his business endeavors in the boxing world. He announced his decision to move forward without considering a fight against Alvarez. In his statement, Alec emphasized his plans for future fights from 2020 to 2025, signaling a strategic shift towards the US market. This announcement effectively ended any hope of a Canelo versus Crawford fight, igniting widespread discussion across the boxing community. Alec's social media post highlighted his intent to focus on the US market, aiming to create significant opportunities for boxing. He explicitly mentioned his decision to abandon the Canelo fight, stating, "I chose to disregard the Canelo fight as I don't want it anymore. Instead, I will be focusing on the US market with bigger fights, especially for the legend Crawford." This pivot was seen as a deliberate move to capitalize on the lucrative American boxing scene and to align his business strategy with the demands of the market. Canelo Alvarez's response to Alec's strategic shift was dismissive. During the press conference, when asked about Alec's approach, Alvarez made it clear that he did not appreciate the way Alec was handling negotiations. He stated, "If the Saudis want to work with me, they have to work on my terms." This reaction highlighted the deep-seated differences in their business philosophies and approaches to the sport. In the wake of these developments, Toy Alec publicly accused Alvarez of avoiding challenging fights. He wrote, "I heard what Canelo said, that he respects me but doesn't like the way we do business. Whether he respects me doesn't matter. As for the way I do business, I know why he doesn't like it, because I only target big fights at fair prices. So of course, anyone who likes easy fights won't like that." Alec didn't stop there. He continued to criticize Alvarez, referencing his loss to Dmitry Bivol, suggesting that Alvarez has been seeking easier fights since that defeat. Alec also pointed out Alvarez's reluctance to fight top contenders like David Benavidez, stating, "I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting David Benavidez or others. Therefore, I knew he was wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid." In response to Alec's pointed remarks, Alvarez took to social media, posting a crying emoji in reaction to Alec's critical post. This emoji was widely interpreted as a sign of Alvarez's indifference to Alec's accusations and his overall stance. It was a clear indication that Alvarez did not feel threatened or bothered by Alec's comments. The fallout between Toy Alec and Canelo Alvarez has broader implications for the boxing world. Alec's decisions to focus on the US market and his commitment to arranging high-stakes, fair-priced fights could reshape the business landscape of boxing. This stance against fighters seeking easier bouts resonates with a segment of fans and stakeholders who desire more competitive and exciting matchups. For Alvarez, this rift may mean fewer lucrative opportunities from the Saudi-backed promotions, but also underscores his autonomy in choosing fights that align with his terms and interests. While his recent performances and fight choices have been a topic of debate, Alvarez remains a dominant figure in the sport with a significant fan base. The clash between Alec and Alvarez highlights the evolving dynamics of boxing promotions, where business interests, fighter preferences, and market strategies play crucial roles. Alec's aggressive push for significant fights and his willingness to